A lot of women start paying attention to their money, meaning they are categorizing their spending. They begin noticing patterns. They even are aligning their money with what they know matters most to them. And yet, their finances sometimes still feel very unpredictable. It's reactive. And sometimes, in some months, it feels very chaotic. The reason for this is actually quite simple. Most financial decisions are still being made during the month instead of ahead of it or before it. And when decisions happen in the moment, convenience almost always wins. Think about how most months unfold for you, actually, right? The month begins with good intentions. You know your bills. You have a general sense of your priorities for the month. But then life starts to move a little quick, right? Groceries need to be bought, and you forgot to go and press an order. Subscriptions renew, and dinner gets planned out of the blue. And there's an unexpected expense that appears, and each one of these decisions gets made as they show up. You handling this, you pay that, you solve the next thing, right? And then you're on to the next. You are managing the money, your money, but you're not directing it. And that difference is what determines whether your money feels stable or scattered. Welcome back to another episode of the Breakthrough Bestie podcast. I am your host, Angela Brock. And this is the fourth video in the series where we're talking about how to take control of your money. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't seen any of the other videos in this particular podcast series, I encourage you to go back and watch them, right? In this particular episode, we are actually talking about why people still feel out of control with money, right? So let's just get into it. When I was planning this particular episode, I was actually doing laundry and I was just like, yo, you know what? This is such a great practical example. So I want you to think about doing laundry the night before you need to wear something that needs to be cleaned, right? You're rushing, you're trying to find the right outfit in your head. Like, is this clean? Is this dirty? You realize everything is dirty, right? Then you start throwing the clothes into the washer very quickly. And then you throw them into the dryer and you're just hoping that it dries in time, right? Because maybe it also needs to be ironed, but go with me here. The reality is the clothes get cleaned in time. Yay. But that entire process feels stressful. Now imagine if you were to do laundry consistently on the same day every week. There's no urgency, there's no scrambling, there's just a consistent routine. Wow, that actually sounds nice, right? I don't know if it's realistic, but it does sound nice. Planning will change the whole experience. Money works the same way, meaning decisions that are made in the moment will feel chaotic. Any decisions that is made earlier will feel calm. And that is the third step of the CAP framework. Again, if this is your first time meeting me and you're not exactly sure what I mean when I say CAP framework, this is the framework that we used in this community to really see our money clearly and where it's going so that they can be in alignment, right? And so it stands for categorize, align, and plan. And today in this episode, we're going to talk about planning. And planning simply means deciding what your money will do before the month begins, right? Not after it's already moving, not after the money is already spent. And it's not about predicting every expense perfectly because life is going to always give us surprises, and that's okay. Planning simply gives your money direction before the month starts moving. So instead of asking throughout the month, can I afford this right now? You already know the role of the money that it was given, right? Planning moves the direction. Planning gives your money the direction and it moves the decision making process earlier. And earlier decisions will reduce financial stress. And that's the goal. I want you to think about using a rideshare app, right? Before the driver even starts moving, you enter a destination. The route is clear, the direction is set. You don't get into a rideshare app or get into the car and say, just start driving and we'll figure out where we're going later, right? That's crazy. But that's how sometimes we make financial decisions, right? And that's how sometimes our months operate. Your month starts going, money starts moving, the destination gets figured out later. Planning will flip that, meaning the destination of your money will come first, and then the movement of your money will follow. And this right here is why many women will say that it feels like their money just disappears. Listen, your money didn't vanish, right? It was responding to whatever appeared during the month: bills, convenience, unexpected needs, unexpected expenses, whatever, right? Without a plan, every decision becomes a new decision. And too many decisions create decision fatigue. Planning simplifies this entire process. Now, I want you to reflect for a moment, and I want you to ask yourself, when do you usually decide what your money will do? Is it before the month begins or while the month is already happening? Because the timing of that decision will change everything. Once you start planning, and once planning becomes a normal routine in your financial planning, something powerful will begin to happen. Your money and the way that it flows will stop feeling so scattered, and it's going to start feeling like you're directing it like a CFO. And when direction becomes consistent, confidence will begin to grow. And that's exactly what we want when we are building our financial blueprint and looking to reach financial freedom. So here is your anchor: reaction manages money, planning directs it, and the direction is what creates stability.
Hey, so if this video helped you to see your money differently, I want you to subscribe so that you can continue building habits that lead to real wealth. I want you to remember these two things. One, breakthrough starts when you decide to take control. And then two, wealth is not built by accident, it is built by the decisions that you make today. I'll see you next time.